got a squeaky chair. Let's try that again. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 107 of the 10-minute modeling challenge. This week the theme is pirates. So I'm going by the weekly modeling challenge in the Discord. Thanks Arvid for putting yet another theme up. And this one I'm going to be revisiting an old topic, and I think it's pretty good to revisit it again because it's such a common thing to be found in games. So I'm going to be modeling a pirate chest. So it's a treasure chest, and I think I've done one textured in the past, and I've also done one low poly one in the past. So I think it's time for me to refresh my own skills. It's a couple of years since I did that. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and these are pretty simple and basic to make, and I'm probably going to blow it and make something horrible anyway. But let's give it a go. Let's model a 10-minute modeling chest. No, that makes no sense. So since I've moved from Sweden to Australia, I'm trying to get used to the weather a little bit, and it's going pretty good. And I'm in Sweden usually in June. It's a Swedish summer, and I find that the days here are pretty similar to a Swedish summer, so they're really nice. The nights, however, they're freezing. So I've got like a heater on the floor right now, so I can cope with recording this. But in the days, I'm enjoying a lot. We're going to the sun. We're going to head up to Noosa tomorrow. I was there yesterday as well with the kids, so they're enjoying some swim. The ocean temperature is still really warm and nice, and I'm really enjoying being able to go into the water, and hopefully there's not going to be too many sharks around, but we'll stay pretty much in the shallow parts anyway and on the beach. So I'm going to be heading up there tomorrow, Friday, and have another swim. And I'm also working on a Universal Sound Effects update. Finally, I'm back onto updating that. So I've actually packaged another 1,100 audio files or something like that. That's going to be updated into the Universal Sound Effects library finally. And I'm going to be releasing that. And anyone who's got that library will be getting those updates for free. So look out for that in the Unity Asset Store or on my website. But now it's time to model a treasure chest for the pirate theme. Let's get started. Ready? Steady? Go. We're off. Ooh, tab into edit mode. A to select everything. Control, snap it up to there. Scale on the y-axis. Maybe bring this down. And I'm going to do, let's do the interior here. E to extrude down, and that'll do. Control plus, let's make it dark inside. And we'll duplicate this one. Shift D to make the lid. Scale on the x-axis. Scale, maybe like that. Let's do E to extrude. Oh, this one turned dark now. So there we go. Bring that down. And should I do E to extrude, S to scale on the x-axis, and E to extrude, S scale on the x-axis, and E to extrude, scale. This is going to be a low poly chest. Of course it is. Yes, of course. So Control R. So speaking Swedish now. There we go. Like this. And then I'll just do over to there. I to inset, Alt S to scale along face normals, scale on the x-axis, maybe something like that. That should do. And then we'll have to do the wood here. And shift select these. I to inset again for individual. Maybe to there. Alt E to extrude along face normals. And G to move on the left side and grab a brown color there for the chest. Maybe a different brown. There we go. And this should also be brown. That's too dark, isn't it? Let's go A to select everything. Scale. Oh. Scale 0 and brighter chest. There we go. Oh, I forgot these. There we go. I'm gonna do, I think I have to do, I'll deselect those, and then I'll do X and then dissolve edges. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, I'll have to select these. X dissolve edges, get rid of those, and then I to inset. I'll just do like Alt E to extrude along face normals, and Shift so I can see which brown color it was. G to move that on. And I'm going to wonkify it again. Actually, I think I want to make the wood a little bit thinner. So, or do I scale X? No, that doesn't work. All right, I've screwed it up. Ooh, okay, I'll fix it. I just think that the metal is a little bit too thin, so I'm going to do this. Scale X, no, Y. And there we go. Bring this down and bring this up. This is wasting time now, but it's okay. There we go. Select these. Scale X. Fix it a little bit in post. How new? 730. All right. Well, it's done. I've got a chest. Woo. All right. So now we've got to put a padlock or so. No, I'll do the wood planks again. So I feel like I've done this before, which I have. So we'll do that. And then I think I'll just delete something like here. X dissolve edges. Does that work? No, it doesn't work. All right, let's do here. shift select a bunch of these. These are going to be the horizontal planks. And I'll skip the bottom there. Don't really care about that. I to inset. I've already got individual there. And then I'll do... Okay, I'll do it again. I to inset. And Alt S to scale long face normals. There we do. There we do. And these are a bit narrow at the top, but I can't really do much about that, I guess. So I to inset, I'll do one big plank at the top there. Alt S to scale long face normals. Select all of these. I to inset twice because I need not to have individual anymore there. It's going to be a big plank at the top there anyway. That's okay. And these I don't know what to do with. They can just stay a little bit darker or something. I could actually connect them with just a J there. A J connects verts, very handy. I don't usually do that too often in the videos, but it's super handy. I to inset twice for the individual and Alt S to scale long face normals. There we go. Now let's do the traditional, well, a padlock I've got to have. Scale Y, scale Z, bring it up, bring it out, E to extrude, L to select the linked, maybe brighter on the padlock there. And I have to, that's a thick padlock. L, select the linked, there we go. And should we do, I'll do shooby-doo, scooby-doo. Control R, I'll have to do like a key shape here. So maybe Control R. There's a lot of extra geometry, but who cares? Let's see if I can get enough to get a keyhole here. There we go. I should Control R there. And, oh, okay, I have to have a center one there. So there, Alt select there, scale on the Y-axis, just need a single, Control R. It's a lot of geometry just for a keyhole, but it's okay, it's okay. There we go. Now I'll go to edit, and I've got loop tools, add-on, circle, and it's not, oh, okay, never mind. It's scale. Remember, it's like E to extrude. It's a cartoon lock, of course. G. There we go. And now I'll do. Now it's time to wonkify the whole chest, I think. Oh no, the hinges. Scale Y. I did Shift D to duplicate it, and I'll do bring it down a little bit. I'll do 2 hinges. So E to extrude and L to select the linked scale on the Z axis, and then I'll just Shift D to duplicate this and stick it there. And now we'll wonkify the whole thing, remember. So O for proportional, G to just move these. Let's get it all cartoony looking. There we go. And Control R, loop cut this one. G to move this, G to move that, G to move this. Control R, maybe 2 cuts here. G, don't be afraid to not have it all straight and symmetrical. G, and then we should like wear the edges a little bit as well. Control R, maybe we'll do this. G, and G, G, GG, good game. Control B to bevel those. Here we'll do Control B, and then if you want to bevel a vert, you can press Control Shift B. That bevels the verts, and then I'll do proportional off, G to move this out. So remember, Control Shift B bevels a corner or a vertex, and then GG slides it along the edge like this, which is also really handy. And then if I want to bevel this edge, Control B there, and then grab that vert, GG, slide it, GG, slide it, GG, slides verts. You can scale little individual segments like this as well, scale or G, G, and then I think, let's see. Oh, I've only got 2 minutes to go. Control B. Let's put some K. Let's do K. Okay. K. There. I'll just do the front side, I think. There we go. Should we do brighter? Yeah, we'll do brighter. And do K. Just do some knife cuts. I'll focus on the front side because that's what's going to be visible on the thumbnail. So K, there we go. Some like wood texture in the worst possible way. Shouldn't really be adding geometry for that, I guess, but never mind. K, K. There we go. And should I do like a little design here? There we go. Shift select that one, G to grab that one, some color there. And then here we'll split this one, Control B, scale that one, and Control Shift B. That's where the edges, Control B, or Shift B apparently. G, how am I doing? 1 minute to go. Okay, I feel like I should actually do these darker instead. Yeah, that's much better. So let's focus on the thumbnail side. K, there. And K, more slits for the texture. 1 minute to go. And then I think I'll do these a bit brighter. Like white, so you get the fake edge wear, GG. And Control B. This is Control Shift B, remember? G first. O to select proportional, but I want an Alt O for the connected or not connected. Not connected, that's what I wanted. Yeah. There we go. And L, X, limited dissolve. That's a good one too. Control Shift B. Limited dissolve is really good. It gets rid of a lot of unnecessary geometry there. So G, 25 seconds. Let's just wonkify that. Maybe white there. Let's make this shine. G and GG. Get that. How am I doing? 11 seconds. Some more edge wear. There we go. And G, 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 G. That's it. All right. All right, so that's our pirate chest. And if I remember it correctly, I think I did it a lot better last time I did it. So see, you should practice often because otherwise you'll forget your skills. So let's save this one. And then I'm going to be just fixing it a little bit in post maybe. What can we do to fix this a little bit? Some bonus time here. We always like the bonus time, don't we? So first of all, I think I'll just do the rest of the cuts. So, and see, let's do K, because we didn't make this during the 10 minutes, but it's always okay to do a little bit of extra, I think. K, and then we'll just add these things for the dark wood parts. K, K, and K. Don't want to scare people away with a thumbnail now, do we? So K, here we go. And let's grab these, shift select them. There we go, and go dark on them. A to select all of them, G. And I think still, don't be too afraid to make it even more wonky, I think. G. Proportional is really good when you do this because you can just go. One other thing, I think I should select, maybe I can do Shift G and then select by area. And that selects one, and then you can actually toggle a little bit down here how similar it should be. Because if I do that, I should be able to select a lot of the ones that are, let's see, if I grab those. So I'll grab a few of these edges. And then now Shift G, area. Reduce it a little bit. Oh, okay, and it's not quite working. Okay, I thought it would, but okay, then I can hold the Alt key instead and click on these, Shift Alt. The reason why it doesn't select all the way around is because I've got these little nasty, like the dark patches there are breaking up the geometry. But I'm pressing Alt and Shift and clicking on the edge here, and that sort of loop selects around this, which is really handy. Because I want to make these a little bit darker. So it looks like fake shadowing or ambient occlusion, really. Alt, Shift, select, Alt, Shift, select, Alt, Alt, Shift, Shift, select, Shift, select, and here, and here and there. That's it. I'm not going to bother underneath there. So now we'll just go A to select all of them on the left side there, and G to... Okay, that's a bit too dark. That's better. And G. G. Another thing you could probably do is, if you select these, you should probably indent these even. We're not caring too much about the geometry count, so we'll select a bunch of these. And maybe you should put some rivets or something, or nails on it as well. Let's grab a few of these. And then now I'm just going to do Alt-E to extrude all face normals. Bring it in to there. And now let's do some fake rivet things, should we? No, I don't think it needs that. It needs that. Maybe for the hinges, actually, we do. We need to make these a little bit wonkier. Cartoon chest style. Control B to bevel, Control Shift B to bevel that corner. Control Shift B to bevel there, G to move that. Let's move these verts down, out. G, 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 G. That's it. And now here we'll put some bolts on. So I'll grab one of these, Shift D to duplicate it, right click, subdivide, circle. I usually do this instead of using a cylinder because I sort of get the UVs on the go then. So I don't have to like remap the UVs, but it's just preference. Shift D to duplicate, 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 and Shift D to duplicate. And then just do them a little bit wonkier. G to move, G to move, G to move, G to move. G, 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 G. That's it. Okay, these are super ugly. Well, let's move them in. They're sticking out a little bit too much, so that's it. All right, folks, there we have it. We've got another pirate chest here. And if you look in my channel history, you can compare it to the one I did before. And I have a feeling that the old one that I did looked a little bit blingier. Maybe some nicer colors on the chest. I think, did I put gold hinges on it? Or like the padlock was gold, possibly? I think it looked a little bit nicer, but I think for game assets, if you just need to model a quick chest like this, this could be a good way to go. And if you want to save time on the texture mapping, I think you could go for this low poly look, especially if you're going to have do a little top-down game or something like this. This could be sufficient, I think. Save you a lot of time not having to do all that texturing, and it saves a little bit of space, and performance is not going to be a problem, of course, when it's so few polygons anyway. So nowadays you don't even have to worry about that. It's always nice to get these little beveled edges on it as well, because it'll shine if you do spend the time to put maybe some metallic surfaces on here. You can get some nice reflections when the light catches it, so that could be pretty good instead of just having all straight edges everywhere. A little tip there. Alright, hope you liked the video, and give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the Universal Sound Effects update if you haven't. And a huge thank you to all my patrons as well. You're actually helping me out a tremendous amount right now, because it's a tough time moving from one country to another. We're trying to scrape everything to make things work. I'm doing the indie lifestyle here, so I really appreciate all the help that I can get through Patreon. You guys are lifesavers, so thank you very much. Keep it up, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.